Now, even as the announcement has been made over Madhya Pradesh and who the next chief minister will be, all eyes now are on Rajasthan, with the question of kaun banega Rajasthan ka chief minister. The suspense is brewing. In hopefully 24 hours from now, we'll find out. As Central Observer Rajnath Singh is expected to be in Jaipur tomorrow, there will be a legislative party meet where in all likelihood, the Central Observers will convey to the MLAs what the High Command's decision is. Political activity is gathering steam. There are, of course, a lot of names doing the rounds, and the focus is particularly on the likes of Vasundhara Raje, of Baba Balaknath. But this could go any way, keeping in mind especially what we've seen in Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh.
पर्यवेक्षक जब आएंगे यहाँ पर, क्या विधायकों से रायशुमारी होगी, पहले उसके बाद घोषणा होगी, या फिर कोई संदेश लेकर वो आएंगे संदेशवाहक के तौर पर और नाम की घोषणा जो कि केंद्रीय नेतृत्व ने तय किया होगा उसको बताएंगे?
ये तो पर्यवेक्षक ही बता पाएंगे और उनके आने के बाद जो भी प्रक्रिया होगी निश्चित रूप से।
तो अभी तक कोई तारीख तय नहीं हुई है सर? कब?
मैं कह रहा हूँ जल्दी आपको सूचना देंगे
सर। 16 तारीख से मलमास लगने की बात है,
शीघ्र होगा और उससे पहले सब कुछ होगा।
उससे पहले ही आप कह रहे हैं, और जो शपथ ग्रहण है वो भी उससे पहले ही हो जाएगा सर, 16 तारीख से पहले।
देखिए, विधायक दल की बैठक होते ही सब कुछ, फिर आगे की सारी प्रक्रियाएं शीघ्र
कह सकते हैं सर 16 तारीख से पहले ही दोनों काम हो जाएंगे?
लगता है सही है।
और पीड़ा समाप्ति की ओर है, दिनों की दूरियां घंटों में सिमट चुकी है। आला कमान के हमारे दूत, देश के रक्षा मंत्री जी जल्दी आएंगे और जल्दी निर्णय हो जाएगा। प्रतिपक्ष के नेता का अगर वो चयन कर लेते तो शायद नैतिकता के आधार पर वो सवाल कर सकते थे। वो क्यों भूल जाते हैं कि पिछली बार मुख्यमंत्री कौन बनेगा तब भी 9-10 दिन लगे थे, और उसके बाद मुख्यमंत्री की शपथ लेने से पहले लोग फिश प्लेट खोल रहे थे, रेल की पटरियों पर जा रहे थे। भारतीय जनता पार्टी में ऐसा कुछ नहीं होगा, यहाँ ना ऐसी संस्कृति है, जल्दी निर्णय हो जाएगा।
All right, Preeti Chaudhary is also with us. Preeti, do you dare to really harbor a guess on who could be announced as the Chief Minister of Rajasthan?
No, I'm not that brave. You know, I think it's a classic Rajasthan Russian roulette, which is going to happen tomorrow, because at the back of it, you know, it's a joke, but at the back of it, there will be many today in the Rajasthan BJP unit who would be fancying their chances. They'd be taking out their Sunday best and thinking, ho sakta hai. You know,
it's actually possible.
Yeah, it's actually possible. But I'll tell you what was common in the 3 names or the 4 names that have been picked, of course, other than caste representation across the state of Madhya Pradesh, and you balance it out with a tribal face in Chhattisgarh, and here you have a Yadav who's an OBC, you have a Tomar who's a Rajput as the speaker, you know, you have a Devda who's a Dalit, and then you have, you know, Rajendra Shukla who's upper caste. Other than all of that, what they have in common is they've been loyal supporters of the BJP and workers of the BJP for a very long time. Most of all three of them have been the two deputy and the CM have been sitting cabinet ministers handling different portfolios. They have been on their constituency at least elected twice or 3 times over, and they won with a massive mandate. And they've always been considered as Bharatiya Janata Party loyalists, and they don't really fall into any camps. So with that in question, I think if you apply the same logic in Rajasthan, there will be many who'd be looking at it. You know, I'll tell you what the local Satta Bazaar was saying in Rajasthan. So till about 3 days ago, it was Kirodi Lal Meena. Okay. He's going to be the front runner. Kirodi Lal Meena, you know, in terms of, and then have a few deputies to balance the caste angle. Then, you know, just about yesterday, there was the name of a Diya Kumari, which is really strange because earlier on, there was nobody anticipated a Diya Kumari to be the front runner, even though she was being pulled up as somebody, you know, parallel to Vasundhara Raje. But the sheer fact that she's royalty, you know, upper caste, one would think at this point of time, the BJP wouldn't go with that guess.
But there is this factor, which is that, you know, there's a lot of talk about this. In Chhattisgarh, you know, a tribal CM. Here, Madhya Pradesh, OBC. Rajasthan, a woman.
See, that's the point. You know, that was my third point that I was coming to. Because earlier on, you know, there was Renuka Singh maybe in, you know, Chhattisgarh. Yes. So that woman angle would be balanced. So I would now harbor a guess it could be a woman. But, you know, the reason that in Madhya Pradesh, the BJP Akshata could effect a generational change without any hiccups is because it was a wave election. You know, when you have numbers like that, you can actually do whatever you want. And you know that numbers will hold. Rajasthan, the BJP is not very comfortable as the numbers it would have wanted to stack up on the board. Having said that, you are right. I do see a woman being the, you know, the chief minister, and I don't quite see Vasundhara getting that chair.
How do you think Vasundhara Raje would be seeing what's happened in Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh? Do you think that she'd be hopeful because no woman has been chosen, or do you think she'd see what's happened to a Raman Singh, what's happened to a Shivraj Singh Chauhan and say, look, it doesn't look good for me?
You know, also what didn't look good for her were the optics of political muscle flexing, where she got in over 44 MLAs, or the MLAs came to see her. You know, that's what she said. But she did pick up the phone and speak to the High Command in the BJP and said, listen, I'm a Karyakarta of the BJP. I will never fall out of line. Whatever the BJP wants, I will do. But having said that, those optics were there, and they were there for a reason. So Vasundhara Raje Scindia is also no Shivraj Singh. You know, she's different in terms of a political leader, a tad bit more mercurial. Will it go down well with her that somebody's picked over her? She might suggest to the High Command not, but, you know, what we're picking up from ground is contrary.
Okay. Can she rebel is the question
well,
also.
Even if she rebels, she doesn't have the numbers. You know, so she really has no elbow room, political elbow room at play. But when you look at the long run, you know, Akshata, you have to break it down in terms of how many seats. 29 seats in Madhya Pradesh, 28 the BJP won, Lok Sabha seats. The BJP won the last time around. The BJP maxed out Rajasthan. 25 out of 25, the BJP won, where it came down the last time around. And this is the area, you know, I don't want to get into the north-south divide, but when you do the calculus like that, you've got to look at it, the Hindi heartland, the BJP needs to hold what it won the last time around to get, and the BJP wants to go 400 par this time. So to get that number, you've got to hold on to these seats, and they need to get a person you know, in the top position who enables that.
And electorally, they know how important these three states
are. There'll definitely be deputy CMs, I see. There will definitely be representation of different caste groups, 100%, because Rajasthan, you know, largely rural, you know, whether we like it or not, is run on the metrics of caste.
Okay, so that's as far as you will go and really have a guess of what's expected tomorrow.
After today, no guess.
You know, I can understand that to a great extent with what happened today, and when suddenly the name of Mohan Yadav came up out of nowhere, when we had about 5 names, all of who were doing the rounds, we had front runners, all of that. Mohan Yadav's name was nowhere on that list. Was nowhere on that list. We're putting out names right now. Let's see if any of them are named as the Chief Minister tomorrow.
CP Joshi to that also now.
All right, let's see if CP Joshi is in that list. But thanks very much, Preeti, for joining us here in our studios.